Hi guys, I'm back today with a video that I really wanted to do but also kind of didn't want to do at the same time. I was really excited about both of these palettes that I'm going to talk about today. However, I had such a terrible experience with the customer service side of it. I was literally dreading even coming on here and talking about it because I never want to talk about a brand and not have positive things to say. However, I am just not the type that will ever sugarcoat something and pretend that there's not an issue going on when there absolutely is. So, what I am speaking of is the Kaleidos palettes that I have right here in my hands. I have Sashimi City and I have Lunar Lavender. I was like, I might have said this wrong. They were both $24 a piece. I did end up actually getting the collection because the shipping from China was ridiculous and I didn't want to pay it, so I went ahead and got the collection. It took a really long time to get here. It just got here like a couple days ago and we are in, late October at this point. I ordered the day of the pre-order and I assumed that they would ship it the day of the actual launch to everyone that had pre-ordered, which was absolutely not the case. It took still some time after that to ship it. Now, once it got shipped, it was here relatively quickly, and by here I mean in the United States. And then it sat, and it sat, and it sat, and it sat, and it sat some more. Essentially just sat at LAX, cleared through customs for like weeks. And I tried to reach out a couple different times because I've not experienced this before ordering from different brands and other places. And I was seeing that I was not the only one dealing with the same situation. I will actually include some of the screenshots at some point during this video of other people having issues getting in contact with Kaleidos. They had items come broken, they had items that hadn't arrived, they had items that were stuck at customs even though they were already cleared as well. And Kaleidos was just not responding to anybody, which I thought was really not okay. Now, I did, when I finally heard back from them, they said that they'd had a holiday, and they do. They have, I think it's called Golden Day, which is actually not a day, it's a very long celebration. However, when you are a company and you have customers, you need to notify your customers that there are things going on. So if you are shut down or you're not doing things, you should have like an away message at the very least on your email that's saying, hey, we're not open, there's a holiday, it's from this date to this date, we'll be back in office on X date. I feel like that's run-of-the-mill, should be normal. The other side of this is that they did keep posting and responding to people, the people that did not have problems, on their IG all through their holiday, which to me was just a really poor way to handle it, because do you only care about the customers that are saying nice things, or do you just not want to deal with people that are having issues and are coming to you and you're just not feeling like dealing with it, which is very frustrating. I don't like that mentality. When a brand refuses to answer issues and questions, nothing makes me mad faster than that. It takes 5 seconds to answer an email, maybe a little bit longer if you have to look into it, but that's what you're there for. If you don't want to do business with people, you should not sell things. I said it. Now, I'm a fair person in the sense that if the products are good, I'm going to tell you that they're good. However, I could not, in good faith, ever give a review and not cover these things that have happened, not just to me, but to numerous other people. In fact, if they haven't deleted the comments, you can go on there and still see these. I'm going to cover up the faces that are in the thread, so if you're really bored and you want to look through the threads, I'm sure that will be there. I even tried to, on Instagram, tag them in a post about people trying to get answers, and nothing, didn't hear anything. So, in any case, they also had kind of said that they were going to do some things, and then they were like, no, actually we're not, psych, we don't care, and then they never responded again. So personally, I didn't have a very good experience. I don't know if I will ever order from them again, because the whole experience left a bad taste in my mouth. And it's one thing to just not answer, which is not cool, but it's a totally different thing to set an expectation and then go back on it. And if you did not check into the things that you were saying, you should not be saying them. It is what it is. So I'm really sorry, but I want to go into the actual products. I have one palette on each of my eyes. I have to say, honestly, the performance was good. I wanted to not like these. I promise you, I really did. I was all irritated and crap. My stuff came in a smashed up box, so I was like, okay, here's another thing. But then, honestly, the performance, and I've seen mixed reviews about these palettes, I don't have anything negative to say about those in particular. And the only reason I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts right now on it is because I don't want anybody that might have heard what I said about the actual customer service side of things to not think that there is something positive about these palettes, because there are. Number one, let's talk about packaging. The packaging is so beautiful. They really do a good job. Now, I don't like the packaging on these nearly as much as I like their normal packaging. Their normal packaging is very artistic, and this is too, but just in a different style. That's fine. It's still really cool. I really like it. I like that they're compact and they're easily portable. They seem to hold up well because, like I said, my box was smashed up. but these came in decent shape, and I'm going to show you each of these colors. Color stories one at a time. So this would be the Lunar Lavender. That blue shade that's stuck into the top is actually very multi-chromed and really pretty. And even on my eye right now, you can't even see how truly dimensional it is. So there's that one. And then Sashimi City, which I can't say right now. I don't know what it is. I said it first time, but now I can't get it right. But that's what it looks like on the inside. Here again is a really lovely palette. And in fact, this very much reminds me of Pat McGrath, a mix between her Divine Rose and her Bronze Seduction. Now, it's not like dead on, but like this second color right here reminds me of one of the Divine Rose colors that I use for blush, and I could use this for a blush. It's a really nice shade. In fact, if you have deeper skin, you could use this for a blush, and I think it'd be really pretty, or even that. The whole set, the color story is really great. But this shade right here in particular looks like one of the special shades in the Bronze Seduction palette, so I'm on board for that. It is really nice. I don't want to like it, I promise I don't, but I do, and they are good quality. So that's the truth of the situation. Customer service, not good at all. In fact, probably one of the worst I've dealt with. But their actual palettes are lovely. Shipping time, ridiculous. I've ordered other things from overseas and never waited this long. And to not even take the time to try and help me and many other people figure out why their stuff is just sitting at customs once it's cleared, I don't understand that. There could be a really simple reason, and all they would have had to do is be like, hey, X or Y, and I'd move on. Not a big deal. Thanks for answering. We're going to be waiting for it. Not a problem, but not how they handled it. Sorry, I'm actually very upset. In any case, I'm going to swatch these for you guys, and then if you want to see how I got these looks, keep watching. However, I'm just going to be completely transparent with you and say that the lighting has been crap awful today. So you can watch, but this is what the looks look like. Watch on if you'd like to. It's totally up to you. Swatches will be okay. I've got the lighting kind of figured out better than I did earlier. And then hang out to the end if you want to hear my final thoughts, although I've pretty much already summed it up. First shade in the Sashimi City palette is the shade Lemonade. And it's a really pretty kind of red toned brown. Shade is Penthouse. And this is that shade that I'm saying reminds me of Pat McGrath. Oh my gosh, and you guys are not even seeing. I swear, from my point of view, it's got like, oh my gosh, that's weird. Okay, so from my point of view, I'm seeing a very green shift to it, and then it kind of goes pink, and then gold a little bit. You're only seeing pink and gold. Oh my gosh, that's heartbreaking, because I promise you guys, there is green and kind of almost blue, and it's gorgeous. Much like a shade that is in the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette. The next shade is Gourmet. This is a really nice kind of sherbet orange shade. Shade is Pink Ginger. This is another really special shade, which is a pink kind of flipping shade, but I'm seeing orange to gold and then the pink shift. And the pink almost goes a little purple as well. Really pretty color. Shade is Salmon Skyline. And this is kind of an orange toned rose color. Beautiful, would make a great blush. Is Soy Sauce. And kind of a brown maroon shade. I think this would be a really nice blush on very deep skin. Just saying. First shade in Lunar Lavender is the color Nocturnal. And this is a very gray toned purple color. Beautiful. Called Moonroof. And it is slightly flaky, but it applied really nicely on the lid. Now this reminds me of a color from Nocturnal Nirvana from Pat McGrath. However, from the side, it is very different from that shade. But this is, like, what you're seeing right now is a blue to strong deep blue, but I'm also seeing a very light purple, and it is so pretty on the lid. Again, the next shade is Dreamscape. And this I've seen a lot of recently. It's kind of like a gray toned purpley pink shifting, beautiful kind of highlighting color. The color is Midnight Flora. And it's almost a neon purple, although wow, in camera it definitely looks more like a brown toned purple, but I promise you in person it is much, much brighter. It is Wisteria. And this is a beautiful light purple kind of lilac-y shade. It looks more gray and deep toned in the camera though. Shade is Crater Grove. Despite being very dark brown and gray on camera, it does have a bit of purple to it as well when you're putting it on the lid. I'm back. I have my eyeliner on, I have my mascara on, I have done swatches, I have talked a little bit about my not good experience, and I just want to give you some of my final thoughts. The first thing being that these are very nice palettes. I wanted to not like them. I promise you I wanted to not like them. However, they are really good. They worked really nicely. I had no problems blending anything out. I think everything worked cohesively together. I like the color stories of both of these palettes. Packaging was really nice. And the only thing about the packaging is that I'd rather see the shades labeled on the actual palette. And that's just a personal pet peeve. It drives me nuts to have like those little pieces of plastic. I don't like it. It makes me crazy. Plus, with these, they could flip either way, so you don't know if you're... I might have read all those shade names backwards when I swatched them. So, if so, haha, there you have it. The other thing I want to note is that the formulation of the matte shades in these is very similar to the Natasha Denona cream to matte formulation. Really like it. blends perfectly together. The texture is so nice, really beautiful. And then the other shades, I've gotten in other brands and not like nearly as much, truthfully. I think that yes, these are and can be a little flaky, but they did apply really nicely, and I don't have any glitter glue or anything like that on. So as far as I'm concerned, the palettes were great. Now, when it comes to regards with their customer service, it is like literally a 2 out of 10. I was really mad about it, and I know I was not alone. They need to work at making this better, or I definitely will never order from them again. I can tell you that, even with how beautiful their palettes are. It doesn't matter. I'll buy them secondhand from somebody else, to be honest, because I really don't like that. In any case, I'm sorry that I have an attitude about it. I'm all like, but you guys deserve to know, and I spent a lot of money, and had that been stuck somewhere else and they just didn't care to answer, and then they made promises that they didn't mean, and that was just because they calculated things incorrectly, I don't want that to happen to you. Just saying, not cool. When you spend any amount of money, it doesn't matter if it's $2 or if it's $200. You shouldn't have to worry about what happened to your stuff, if you're going to get it, or if this company's ever going to answer to you, and when they do, that they're not telling you the truth. So, in any case, I hope everybody has a really great day. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates. I'm sorry, I promise I won't have an attitude in the next one. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.